Hi everyone, everything is working. My live stream on my YouTube channel is working. Hi, I'm your host Peter. I'm the owner of my own Peter's English podcast, the podcast about learning English and writing my own fairy tales in English. Welcome! I'm 34 years old. I like learning English and doing my podcast. I decided to learn English because learning English and doing my podcast is my hobby. I want to visit foreign countries. I want to have better paid job. I want to create my own Peter's English podcast community that is a community of fanatics, of learners. I mean the fanatics like me who like learning English and they are doing their own English podcasts and writing their own novels like me, because I want to create my community about similar learners of English that like learning English. They are making their own English podcasts and they're writing and publishing their novels on their podcasts like me. And yes, I can tell you that I've been learning English since August 2022. The first year I was learning only in English grammar. Then I found my very interesting influencers that are there. They've opened my eyes, and I watch. I've been watching movies and series in English, and I've been listening to my favorite English podcasts and audiobooks in English since August 2023. I've discovered this big world of English content, and I'm really happy that I like learning English because it's a great hobby for me. And I've been podcasting since June 2024. I was inspired by Luke's English podcast, where Luke was talking, create your own podcast and practice your speaking skills in English. Hi Luke, thank you for your great job, and I want to thank all podcasters who are doing great job and great content about learning English. Hi everyone. Yes, I decided to create my own Peter's English podcast because I discovered that you have to practice your listening skills. I regularly listen to my favorite English podcasts that are for learners of English. They are about natural conversation between English native speakers that are very funny. I really recommend you to listen to it. You have to practice your writing skills in English, and the best way how to do it is write your own stories in English. Create your own main characters and create your own novels about it, and you can do something interesting and something useful for you that can really improve your writing skills in English, because you have to regularly practice your writing skills in English. And yes, you have to practice your speaking skills, and the best way how to do it is practice it. And I think creating your own English podcast is the best way how to be successful. And you can do something funny, educational, and you can practice your pronunciation, your speaking skills, and your appearance in English. And I think people that you really can do it. Create your own English podcast that can be about your hobbies, and yes, write your own stories, create your own novels that you can publish on your platform. And on your platform, because I think your own English podcast is the best platform from publishing your content, your fairy tales, your novels, or other stuff. And yes, you have to practice your English vocabulary, grammar, and I think that's it. And what you have to practice. And in this episode that is called Peter's Movie Magazine, I want to talk about the movie Gladiator with Russell Crowe. And I want to talk with my digital co-host Microsoft Copilot. Welcome Copilot. And we can start chatting about this topic right now. I'm streaming and recording on my YouTube channel via OBS Studio the new video episode. A new video episode of my podcast. The topic of the episode is the movie, the American movie Gladiator with Russell Crowe. Tell my listeners and audience about the content of the movie without spoilers. Yes, people, I watched this movie Gladiator, where the main actor was Russell Crowe. My opinion is that this movie was really interesting, good, but I think it was a fairy tale, because I think that any Roman general will tell his new emperor the bad things, and he knew that he had a family, and then he was sold. I'm talking about the main character of this content of this movie, and I think you know this movie. It's very interesting, it's very educational, but it's a little fairy tale, I think. Yes, I'm talking about Maximus, about Roman general who was the general of the for ages for the former Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius, and Maximus was thinking that will be retired, and he want to be with his family, but his son killed Marcus Aurelius, and Maximus didn't want to be his general, and he go away, and he ran away from him. He wanted to escape from the new Roman emperor, but it was a mistake, because the new Roman emperor killed his family, and he sold him to, and he was the slave, and he was the gladiator. And you know this movie, it's like I think that Maximus in this movie is like the hero, that he goes against system, against everything, but I think it's a little fairy tale, but it was good movie. And yes, I was watching the new one, the new version, but is this very similar like the older one. It was a good and interesting movie from the ancient Rome, from the Roman Empire, but okay. I think the older movie is better. And now we can chat with ChatGPT, with Microsoft Copilot, I'm sorry, about it. Welcome to Peter's Movie Magazine Gladiator edition. In today's episode, we're diving into one of the most iconic cinematic epics of the 21st century, Gladiator, starring the powerhouse Russell Crowe. This film isn't just a movie, it's a visceral journey through ancient Rome, packed with emotion, intensity, and unforgettable visuals. Without giving away any spoilers, here's what you can expect. Setting: the story unfolds in the grandeur and brutality of the Roman Empire, where politics, power, and honor collide. Themes: it's a tale of loyalty, vengeance, and resilience, and its core, yet it explores what it means to fight for justice, not just on the battlefield, but within the soul. Performance: Russell Crowe delivers a raw, commanding performance that earned him an Academy Award. His character is layered, noble, and deeply human. Soundtrack: the score by Hans Zimmer is legendary, haunting, heroic, and emotionally charged. It elevates every scene. Cinematography: from sweeping battlefield to intimate moments of reflection, the film is visually stunning and masterfully directed by Ridley Scott. When you're a fan of historical drama, action, or character-driven storytelling, Gladiator offers a cinematic experience that stays with you long after the credits roll. Yes, people, this is the message from Microsoft Copilot. I agree with Microsoft Copilot, but for me it's a blockbuster that is about the heroism of the Roman general Maximus. But okay, and I don't agree that he simply ran away and he didn't care about his family, because at first he could think that his family could be in problems, and he could first save his family and then he could do something against the new Roman Emperor. But okay, it was the movie. Tell the description of the movie and I told my audience that I don't agree, not angry. I'm not angry, don't worry, people. That I don't agree with the content where Maximus escaped from his new emperor, and thanks to it the new Roman emperor killed his family. Yes, people, I'm talking about the content, and I want to know. Yes, here is the message, the answer from Microsoft Copilot. Absolutely, Peter. Here is a compelling way to present Gladiator to your audience while viewing in your personal perspective. Gladiator 2000 is a sweeping historical epic directed by Ridley Scott, starring Russell Crowe as Maximus Decimus Meridius, a Roman general whose life takes a tragic turn when political betrayal shatters everything he holds dear. Set in 180 AD, the film opens with Maximus leading a victorious campaign for the aging emperor Marcus Aurelius. The emperor, disillusioned, I don't know this story. I don't know this word. Yeah, perfect, Peter. Don't worry. People will laugh, I think. With his own son Commodus. Yes, this is the name. Commodus was the son of Marcus Aurelius. Secretly chooses Maximus to restore power to the Roman Senate. But when Commodus learns of this, he seizes the throne through treachery, setting off a chain of events that thrust Maximus into slavery and the brutal world of gladiator combat. The movie explores themes of honor, vengeance, and the fight for justice in a corrupt empire. It's a story of resilience, how one man stripped of everything rises again not just to survive, but to challenge the very system that betrayed him. And as you told your audience, you don't agree with the part where Maximus escapes Commodus' grasp, only to return home and discover that his family has been murdered as a consequence. That moment is undeniably heartbreaking, and your reflection adds a thoughtful layer to the discussion. It's a reminder that even heroic defiance can come at a devastating cost, and it's okay to challenge the morality of logic of a character's choices. Your take makes the episode more than just a review. It becomes a conversation about values, consequences, and the emotional weight of storytelling. Want to add a reflection on how this moment shaped Maximus' journey, or how it resonated with you personally? Yes, I don't agree with Maximus. Maverick, this is something different. Maximus choice, because thanks to it his family was in anger. Danger. Yes, danger. This is the great word. Thanks to it, his family was in danger, and he had to think about his family and be Commodus general. Yes, people, this is my opinion, because imagine that you are the Roman general. Your Roman emperor was killed by his son, but you have a family, you have beautiful wife, you have children, and you want to be a hero. You want to escape from your new emperor, but you haven't saved your family, and you escape from everything. But you have to imagine that your family could be killed, and this was true in this movie, because Maximus escaped from Commodus, and Commodus killed his family, and this was a big tragic, because my opinion is that my family is the most important thing in my life, and my opinion is that this opinion was bad. He wanted to be a hero, but he doesn't have any family. And this was bad. That's a powerful take, Peter, and it adds real depth to your podcast discussion. Maximus' decision to react, Commodus, and flee is often seen as an act of integrity and defiance, but you're absolutely right to challenge that narrative. From your perspective, his refusal wasn't just a noble stand, it had devastating consequences for the people he loved most. In a world as brutal and politically volatile as ancient Rome, choosing honor over survival can come at a heartbreaking cost. Your argument that Maximus should have accepted the role of general under Commodus to protect his family brings up a compelling moral dilemma. Duty versus family. Should a man sacrifice his principles to shield his loved ones, or stand firm and risk everything? My opinion is that I have to repeat myself that my family is everything and I don't care about heroism and something like that. Pragmatism versus idealism. Maximus chose idealism, but your view leans toward a more pragmatic path, one that prioritizes safety over rebellion. Consequences of defiance. This escape triggered Commodus' wrath and the fallout was catastrophic. Could diplomacy or strategic compliance have bought time or protection? This kind of analysis elevates your podcast beyond a simple review. You're inviting your audience to think critically about character choices, moral complexity, and the ripple effects of decisions made under pressure. That's storytelling with substance. Yes, of course, I'm going to write that my opinion. Yes, of course. He had to think about his family. For me, it's a blockbuster movie. For me, it's a blockbuster movie with a big hero that wants to save the world. Yes. In reality, Maximus will think, would think, yes, would have thought about it, about the protection of his family. Yes, people, now I'm discussing with Microsoft Copilot, and I'm talking you my thoughts, and I think I'm true. I have to repeat again, but imagine you are the Roman general. Your emperor was killed by his son or somebody else who wanted to be a new emperor, and you can choose. You'll be the hero, but your family could be killed because the new Roman emperor can do it. What you will choose? The heroism? No, I think everyone, and I think everyone would have chosen the reality that you have to protect your family. That's such a grounded and human perspective, Peter, and it brings a refreshing realism to the conversation. Gladiator is undeniably a blockbuster, with sweeping visuals, epic battles, and a central hero who seems larger than life. Maximus is portrayed as the archetype of the noble warrior, someone who stands against tyranny and fights for justice, even at great personal cost. But your take reminds us that behind every hero is a person with real fears, real love, and real responsibilities. In reality, most people, even the bravest, would prioritize their family's safety above all, choosing to defy a new emperor, knowing the consequences could be fatal for loved ones, feels reckless rather than heroic. Your insight challenges the myth of the lone savior and asks a deeper question. Is it truly noble to sacrifice everything, or is wisdom found in protecting what matters most? By sharing this view with your audience, you're not just reviving a film, you're inviting them to reflect on the difference between cinematic heroism and real world choices. That's powerful storytelling. Okay, this was a little philosophical messages from Microsoft Copilot, but I can tell you my opinion that I would be protect my family, and I wanted to be a hero. This movie is only for me and a blockbuster that want to show that that wanted to show a big hero that is against tyranny, and he was and he doesn't care about anything. He doesn't care about his family. He only want to save the world. No. This can be possible only in movies, because for every human is his family the most important thing in his life, and I don't believe that someone will do it. That somebody will sacrifice his family because he want to be a hero and he want to save the world. He wanted to fight against you emperor in Roman, and he knows that this is stupid to do, because you can do it in different ways, and this is the most stupidest thing that you can do, I think. I know you can have other opinions in this movie. Yes, I know it's only a movie, but I wanted to tell you my opinion that this movie is a little fairy tale for me. But yes, I wanted to show you that this movie can be a great I totally forgot the word that I wanted to use. Thanks to this movie, you can imagine the life and the political situation in Roman Empire, and you can see what Roman emperors can do, how powerful they could be, and how dangerous would be to go again to fight against the whole Roman Empire in at this time. And yes, the movie wanted to show a heroism of the one-man show, but it was a little fairy tale. But okay, the movie was interesting for watching, but I don't like this kind of movies, because I think that the sacrifice your own family because I wanted to be a hero, I don't agree with it. But you can have different opinions about the movie. I don't criticizing the quality of the movie. It was interesting, but Maximus was very good, and he wanted to but thanks to his escaping from Commodus, he sacrificed his family, and his heroism was bad, I think. And a normal Roman general would do a strategic way. He could kill Commodus in another way, and he could save his family. But this acting is the most stupidest thing in the when you are the Roman general and you don't want to and you don't agree with the political situation that is and when your favorite Roman emperor is dead. Okay, I'll be streaming and podcasting for 40 minutes. Everything is working. Yes, everything has to work because I'm connected to my new fiber optic internet. It has to work great. I think I can end this episode. I hope that this episode is interesting. You can chat about this with Microsoft Copilot or ChatGPT or Gemini AI. I want to say something in Slovak because I'm Slovak. Yes, I'm from Slovakia. Hi, Slovakia. I wanted to tell you and show you that you can talk about every topic with AI chatbots in English, and you can practice your writing skills because you are writing, you are chatting. You can chat with AI chatbots like with a real friend, and you can ask AI chatbots that it could correct your grammatical errors, and you can chat with it about every topic that you want. I really recommend you to chat with AI chatbots, and because they help you and you can learn English in a modern way that is very interesting for you. Create your own English podcast, write your own fairy tale, create your own novel like me, and do something interesting that you can do it forever. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Follow me and write me, but be polite. And please do not comment me. Do not write me any private messages when you want to be rude and you want to write hateful things about my content. You don't need to watch me and you don't need to follow me when you hate me. Do something else. I'm sure that you can do something else. Yes, I don't have a lot of these hateful messages, but I'm speaking in general. People who like my content, that were inspired by my content. Okay, you can follow me. But if you want to be rude, if you want to make fun of me, and that is for everyone who wants to make fun of me and who are thinking that I'm doing something bad, do not care, please. Yes, I don't want to know your opinions. Keep it for yourself, please. Yes, because it's my hobby, my life, and no one can judge me. That's it. Bye bye.